7 seconds after the appointed time, this DFB-Pokal second round game between Leverkusen and Frankfurt gets underway. A little bit of fixture congestion saw this game moved due to Leverkusen's Europa League aspirations and commitments, but they can play it now. A place in the third round awaits them away at Rot-Weiss Essen. Whoever wins this one. If you're just joining me, I'm Phil Bonney. I'll be with you all the way through to the end of the 90, and if necessary, till the end of the 120 minutes plus a penalty shootout, because you will see a result today. No replays in the DFB Cup, German Football Association's knockout competition. 64 sides started, playing for a place in the last 16 right now. Frankfurt, the visitors, in white. Bailey, Bender, back to Bailey, and Moussa Diaby taking the ball over. That's good stuff from Moussa Diaby again. Player who really gets involved in the game. 5 goals he's been involved in 15 Bundesliga outings, not all of them from the beginning onwards. And Tapsoba looks up and pushes it back to Lukas Radetzky. This is Wendell. Only a couple of starts for him in the Bundesliga this season. I did mention earlier on that Leverkusen have got a very small squad, really. They've got the 3 competitions that they're in, the Europa League, as well as this competition and the Bundesliga, of course. Big appeal for handball there, but it is part of the new law this season that if the ball jumps off of you as you're trying to control it and hits your hand, that's not a handball. Feel free to discuss that amongst yourselves. Eintracht Frankfurt absolutely love the cup at the moment. The last 5 seasons have been more successful for them than the last few decades. Since the 16-17 season, they've reached the semi-finals 5 times, and they've gone on into the final twice. They even won the title, of course, under Niko Kovac. 2017-18, their first since the 87-88 season. They dominated it at one point back in the between the 70s, early 70s to late 80s. Won it 4 times. Daichi Kamada. Little flick from Silva. Bender does the right thing, wins the goal kick at some personal cost. I think a blow to the side of the head. Radetzky's kick. Trying to get underneath it and behind it. He's got hold of it now. Good upper body strength from the Argentine. Fought for and won by Leverkusen. There was always going to be a foul coming along there, and it's not surprising that in the end Bender had to go down. There was one challenge after the other coming in. Frankfurt, the side with the second most amount of fouls in the Bundesliga this season. There is from Malario. Bailey. Wendell. So far, Leverkusen playing the role of the home side quite well. 5 minutes gone. Either side really into their flow. Little mistake there from Jonathan Tah, very nearly exposing his keeper. Leverkusen in the second round for the 9th successive season. They've never enjoyed a longer run. Oh, that's a beautiful hit from Amin Yunus to open the scoring on loan from Naples. What a good strike that was. They tried it a couple of times beforehand. Yunus, who scored their first goal on match day 14, finding the target again. Again, the little clip from Silva that just took the ball away from the Leverkusen defenders and set it up on a plate. Amin Yunus with his first goal since coming back from Italy in the Cup. In fact, the goal he scored against Leverkusen in the league was the first one he'd scored in 8 years in the Bundesliga. That's a dream start for the visitors. Still, that does leave plenty of time for Leverkusen. Hinteregger. Kamada, long ball. Bender. Time to get it under control and move Leverkusen in the other direction. That'll come as quite a shock for the Leverkusen side. Third in the Bundesliga table. But they've suffered from some of their old inconsistency again recently. It looks as if they were about to beat Bayern and then conceded 2 very late goals to Robert Lewandowski. Which can happen, but it really shouldn't have done. But as I said, it's early yet. Games between these two sides average more than 3 a game, and the deadlock broken in under 10 minutes is a good sign, because the thing about the cup is if you lose, you're out, so you might as well risk something and pile forward. That is a handball. Ayman Barkok. By Vendel. Zalewski kicks along, looking for Leon Bailey. Demir by Amiri. That's more like it. Alario. Diaby's in the centre. Alario keeps it in. Some good defensive work by Evelyn Dika. He's lightning quick. Good cross, the header from Alario. We've seen those go in from there before. One of those players with a marvellous talent for a header. That wasn't too far away. There's the goal again. Kamada, then the little flick. And Yunus took absolutely no time to think about what he wanted to do with that.
Tight, tight, tight.
10 minutes in, and Frankfurt seeing less of the ball, only just over 30%. But they've been very effective with what they've been doing. One thing that will be in Leverkusen's mind is that Frankfurt haven't kept only 2 clean sheets so far this season. So they are breachable. Good control from Diaby. Plenty of black shirts in the box. The cutback is good. And Miri's finish wasn't as good as he wanted it to, and that one's jumped away from Demirbay. Leverkusen will be annoyed that they didn't do better there. Shot on target, though. Demirbay. Challenge from Ilsanker was a good one. Stefan Ilsanker, who joined from Leipzig in the summer. He was surplus to requirements. Barkok, one of the fastest players that Frankfurt have. Runs a lot as well, covers a lot of ground during a game. Tutor's ball. For Silva, trying to get that touch. Oh, that's gorgeous stuff from Andre Silva. Good stop from Radetzky. Oh, he did so well. Kicks the post in annoyance, but his touch here was delightful. The header from Kamada, and then that poked toe to get the ball under control, and he tried to nutmeg the keeper. This is Diaby earlier on. The cutback. Not the easiest of shots for Amiri. You have to open your hips to steer that one with your left foot. Alario trying to clear it. He hasn't succeeded. Yunus. Hinteregger still going. Oh, good stuff from Frankfurt. They're really playing as a unit at the moment. Everyone knows their job. Everyone knows where the ball should go. That was a really nice pass to Hinteregger. Leverkusen find themselves under a little bit of pressure at the moment. Aaron Bailey, who's been responsible for the pre-Christmas boom at Leverkusen, getting involved in 9 goals. Kamada wanted a free kick, but there wasn't really enough contact there. Certainly was enough contact there, though. And Stefan Ilsanker knows all about the physical game. No shrinking violet, that's for sure. is up for offsides. Benedict Kemke's flag. Spotting Diaby straying offside ever so slightly. Hinteregger trying that long ball forward a la Mats Hummels. Bailey. That was well worth a try. He'd looked up, he saw where Kevin Trapp was. But he needed to connect a little bit more fully with the ball to lift it up and over. You can hear the shouts of the bench, the coaches, the assistant coaches, the physios. He wants a word. Yunus didn't like the attention he was getting from Julian Baumgartlinger. It's not the first time in this game that his first touch has let him down slightly. Just trying to blast that one clear. Sorban out forward for Diaby, and his first touch wasn't as good as it should have been. Most importantly, Leverkusen are making chances for themselves. Adi Hütter and Frankfurt will do well to be wary of Leverkusen when they come forward like that. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressing. So we'll get in front of Kamada. It's his cross, of course, that led to the goal. He's been in quite a few goals so far this season, 9 of them in the Bundesliga. That's his first one in the DFB-Pokal. Nice fast footwork from him. Now, Horder. Tuta forward, Kamada. Now it's Frankfurt that are stringing the passes together. By with his back to the opponent's goal, has to pass the ball back to Kladetsky. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Kamada was just waiting. Just have to be a long punt up the field and hope that Alario can get underneath it. Hinteregger. Hinty, as he's known to his colleagues. As mentioned before, Tuta playing for David Abraham today. He was on the bench, and with him leaving for Argentina after next weekend's game against Schalke, I thought they might use him this evening to get their full money's worth, as it were. maybe getting Tuta into the routine of the team is probably a little more important. This is only his fourth game since his arrival. Ouch. Then boy shrugs. Yunus felt that ever so slightly. Yunus born not too far away from here in Düsseldorf, just up the road. Where Eintracht Frankfurt was playing before he came to Frankfurt. And here is Barkok on the ball. Yunus, too complicated. Diaby rode that challenge very well indeed. He saw exactly where it was coming from. Pass could have been better. One of the criticisms levelled at Moussa Diaby is that his decision-making could be better. Sometimes shoots when he should pass and vice versa. Yunus. Oh, Kamada. There was another big chance for Frankfurt to go 2-0 up. Leverkusen suffering from the jitters. That one too long for Silva to stick up his foot and bring down. Just hook it out of the night sky. That doesn't look good. Yunus holding on to his ankle. There's this effort again. Brought the first goal. Mild celebration from the man who started out his career really at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Adi Hütter, who was under a lot of pressure at one point this season. He's enjoying a little streak of winning games at the moment. 4 games undefeated. They won their last 3 games in a row. He's giving out some information or instructions to Barkok, but it does look like Yunus will be able to run this one off. Which is good. The referee waves him back on. Gets straight into the action. "23 minutes gone, 1-0 the score. Frankfurt with 1 foot in the next round as it stands. Still got a way to go though. I mean, Yunus's goal, the difference between the two sides. Bender. And he was caught late from behind as well by Eintracht Frankfurt. And one of the reasons that both he and his twin brother Sven are retiring at the end of the season on show here. They've just taken so much physical punishment in their time. There's always one of them that's injured, it seems. It's probably not the case, but there's always at least one Bender on the rehab table or the physio's table. Bailey kept his feet, keeps his speed up. Tapsoba got something on that. And again, Edmund Tapsoba is gone to tee that one up for himself, and then the opportunity passed Diaby. It's a good cross into the centre. Would have been better if somebody had been there, though. Demirbay kept hold of it. Bailey will shoot. And there's a handball, and there's a penalty shout. And there is a decision from the referee straight away. Christian Dingert pointing to the spot. Durm is protesting his innocence. There is no video assistant referee in this. You can make up your own mind. I think I've made up my mind. I think that's a little harsh, but under the rules, it's a penalty. But he certainly wasn't trying to get his arm in the way. He was turning away from the ball. Again, you can discuss that amongst yourselves. It certainly is a decision that you can give as a referee. So, Alario to make it 1-1, and cool as the proverbial cucumber. Lucas Nicolas Alario gets his 10th goal of the season, if you count the Bundesliga and the DFB Cup together. Still think that's a little harsh, but those are the rules, and that is a penalty, and that's the equaliser for the home side. It's as you were in this second round cup game between Leverkusen and Frankfurt. And I reckon that Leverkusen will feel that they were worth an equaliser. And I think probably the neutrals would agree. Yunus is down again, and it's the Achilles, that's the back of his ankle, that's the problem again. Well, there'll be some discussion as to whether he can continue or not. I'm fairly sure. Options on the bench for Frankfurt include Makoto Hasebe, Interega being led a merry dance by Amiri. Leverkusen enjoying a little bit of not only numerical superiority, but they've had to make a change. Steven Zuber, who arrived from Hoffenheim in the summer, comes on for the goal scorer Amin Yunus. Frankfurt with not a huge amount of injuries. Jethro Willems, after that cruciate knee ligament injury that he got at Newcastle in the Premier League, is nearly back to fitness. Mario is down, but getting up. Another foul. So far, the referee keeping his cards very firmly in his pocket. That's the foul from Tuta. Tapsoba and Tar taking their place. As Leverkusen try and give themselves the advantage with half an hour gone. Demir Bay, Amiri and Bailey all around the ball. Any one of them can deliver a ball from here. I'm surprised if he goes for the shot. Well, went to try and knock out Border with a powerful effort. Border ate for breakfast. Tar's header on. Ilario couldn't get his foot in there. And it doesn't matter because there was a flag. He didn't really clear that as far as he would have liked. Same goes for Jonathan Tah. Order. Baumgartlinger getting in the way. Barkok winning it back for Frankfurt. No chances taken again by Tah. Barkok's corner hits the first defender. Diaby wanted to try and take that with him. Tuta's ball very nearly got through to Silva. Looking back, it was the first ever DFB-Pokal goal for Amin Yunus, who's had to go off. Ilario just a hair offside. Plenty of discussion between the two number 13s. Little shove there on Kamada by Jonathan Tah. And this time, the referee awards it for Tah. A little bit of backing in from the Japan international. By under pressure. think I said Ante Rebic earlier on. I meant, of course, Luka Jovic. Don't write in. He's the man that might be returning on loan. DFB just a centimetre or two too short to get on the end of that, but he works so hard. Born in Paris, played for Paris Saint-Germain, of course. Bailey gets it under control. Works out a little bit of room for himself, a little bit of thinking time. Leverkusen keeping possession. But Frankfurt have been pressing them very well when they have played the ball back to Radetzky. Crisp, precise passing from the home side. And it's nearly 10% better than Frankfurt's passing. Well, that was well done by Bailey. Except he put it onto his less favoured right foot for the cross. Concentration on the face of Alario. Not the best penalty you'll ever see, but it counts. Just have to make sure the ball goes in a different direction to the goalkeeper. Eric Durm. Looks as if he's working hard too. Just 9 days separated that 2-1 defeat in Frankfurt for Leverkusen. And this game. Offside. Easily spottable. Peter Bosz said we're up against a very good opponent. I don't know what Adi Hütter is intended to do, but I can imagine they'll try to play the same way as they did 2 weeks ago, and they did very well. But it's more important for Leverkusen to play our own way. Although these days, home advantage doesn't really mean very much. Steven Silva very nearly bullied his way through there. Radetzky. Sturdy stuff from Alario. Such a good player at holding up the ball, being the target man for those long balls forward. Under pressure. Tapsoba. It's a lovely vertical ball. Alario. Oh, sweet stuff from Leverkusen. Really nice. Tapsoba. And a save from Kevin Trapp. And in fact, it was Wendell that came forward to take the long distance effort. Only Bayern score more goals from distance in the Bundesliga this season than Leverkusen have. That's a good delivery. And the header was on target from Lars Bender. When he's played Lars Bender, they haven't lost this term. Diaby was hit from behind by Hinteregger in the first card of the game. Comes out for the Austrian. You certainly heard what Moussa Diaby thought of that. Stamp on the foot. As Hinteregger tried to stop the ball. He played in the first rounds, where he managed to not get a yellow card. But in the Bundesliga this season, no other side has got more yellow cards than Frankfurt. 38 in total, I think. Diaby was the target. Order. Went straight down. The referee indicated play should continue. It's getting a little bit more physical out there right now. 2 minutes to go to the break. Leverkusen sensing that Frankfurt are on the back foot at the moment. Had a quick count, it might be 39 yellow cards this season in the Bundesliga. Forgot the one that Hasebe got last weekend. Frankfurt's 2-0 win in Mainz. Well, those of you that speak English will know exactly what Leon Bailey thought of that decision. Or rather, the outcome from that little bit of action. That is, of course, one of the, in inverted commas, bonuses of being able to hear what the players are saying. Zuba. Diaby. He's on his own. Order in the centre. Keeping his eye on absolutely everything. Adi Hütter said his side have to be brave and continue their current form, play like they did at home. They can and should aim high, but there's still a long way to go, he said. Well, there's 45 minutes still to go. Possibly more if it stays at 1-1. Extra time, 2 periods of 15 minutes, then 5 penalties each, and if it's still level after that, it'll be sudden death penalties. It should be Radetsky's, and he took that well. He felt it though. Silva, I think, jumped quite fairly there, looking for the ball. The stadium announcer telling us that there will be 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. No lasting effects for Radetzky, who's played the full 90 minutes in 81 straight Bundesliga games after last weekend's game against Bremen. In the a nominee in the eSports, or EA Sports, I should say, EA Sports Team of the Year. One of, I think, 7 goalkeepers up for that award. Well done by Barkok. Flag up on the far side on Timo Gerach. Referee brings the first half to a close, and it's a fair result so far. A goal apiece in the Bayer Arena. Leverkusen 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 1. Home side get the second half underway. A goal apiece, all to play for. Otherwise, it's extra time and then penalties. Nobody really likes those, do they? Although I'm sure there are some people that find them the most exciting thing. That's a good run. Silva knocking it back. Needed a deflection or a foot stuck in, and it got that. But the ball ended up in Radetzky's hands, and Leverkusen dodge a bullet there. Ilzanker. He's gone for goal. Scooped up by Lukas Radetzky. If you're just joining us after the kickoff for the second half, or this conclusion of the second round game between Leverkusen and Frankfurt, I'm Phil Bonney. I'll be with you all the way through to the end. Game's been mostly entertaining. Real effort there, but a hint of offside from Daichi Kamada. Might not have stood had the ball found the target. Silva losing out to Tar. Diaby Demirbay. Ilzanker just had a little nibble at him from behind and won the ball. Wendell gets possession back safely for the home side. Absorber. Long ball, Alario the target as ever. Kevin Trapp hasn't had much to do in this game. Obviously the penalty. He's never saved a penalty in the DFB-Pokal before. Mind you, he's only ever faced one before. That was against 1860 München. Philipp Steinhardt. In the first round, there's a header, there's a goal! Edmund Tapsoba with all the calm and collectiveness of a central defender who knows his trade. When that ball came over, it was just a matter of where to put it. He got away very quickly, and he was all on his own. Nice goal. Most touches per game on average in the Bundesliga. Hasn't scored this season except that own goal that he got against Frankfurt 2 match days ago. What a way to make up for it. He will be absolutely delighted with that, and well, he should be. His first DFB Cup goal, putting his side in front. Too far. Barcock's ball just that little bit too far away.
Go back.
Everyone congregating over on this near side. Yuzaka's header. Little push on Tar. Trying to keep tabs on Diaby. Amiri didn't control that very well. Tapsoba again. Well, that seems to have given Leverkusen a lot more confidence. Tapsoba after his goal, storming forward again. Lovely movement from Leverkusen. Demirbay, oh, that would have been one to rival Nadim Amiri's goal. He took it down, got the turn, but he had to snatch at the shot. Leverkusen playing some good football at the moment. Bailey wants to attack, wants to take the ball with him. I think his mind was working faster than his feet. Which is okay. Sometimes my mouth works faster than my brain. It does happen, but the idea was good, and Leverkusen find themselves in a commanding position now. Lovely little flick, Alario. Little body swerve, nearly saw him through. Tuba. Good pressing again from Leverkusen. They're fast to react when Frankfurt get the ball. Another one of those moments for Moussa Diaby. Tar. Sometimes a little bit like an oil tanker. It takes a bit of a time to turn him round. He's a big guy. Bailey. Bailey wins a corner. That was so very nearly one of the goals of the season. Leverkusen have had a habit of scoring some good goals recently. Patrick Schick got an excellent one against Bayern. A real thumper. Second corner of the game for Leverkusen. That's gone all the way through. They haven't cleared it very well. Boom! That's a big hit, and Tapsoba in the centre. Didn't want to touch that. Diaby's strike seemed to be going goalwards. And it would have done had it not been for Kevin Trapp. Good save from Trapp. Tapped away by Trapp. Going through the centre. Frankfurt trying to catch Leverkusen now with a counter-attack. They've not scored from a counter-attack so far this season in the Bundesliga. Bailey stops them from doing that right now, but he does give them a corner. Diaby's shot was on target. Trapp did have time to see it coming though, and prepare himself for it. Dipped awkwardly. Good ball from Tapsoba again. Amiri. Diaby couldn't control it, had too much on it. Amiri caught Ndika. Three minutes or so before the hour mark, and maybe time for Adi Hütter, Peter Bosch, to start thinking about substitution or two. As I mentioned, Frankfurt have already had to use one. If you're just joining us, Steven Suba on for Amin Yunus, who scored the first goal. Offside. Lucas Solario with the equaliser just before the half-hour mark, and Edmund Tapsoba's header 4 minutes after the restart. The three goals that we've seen so far. Two number 13s tangling ever so slightly. That's a good ball to chase. Steven Suba with the difficult job of getting past one of the fastest men in the Bundesliga. Nice flicks. Offside. Daichi Kamada just straight offside there. Slipped and that hurt. Bender. Persistent. Got the ball. Trap. With an easy catch. Gives the ball away. Amiri has it played in behind him. That didn't help. A few mistakes creeping in. Both of these sides with what they call an English week in Germany. They've got midweek games and they played at the weekend. We'll play next weekend too. Iazaka very, very physical as he went through there. And free kick. Silva with a few expletives. Tapsoba got a yellow card. It was a foul. I don't think it was intentional. Always eventful against Frankfurt at the moment for Edmund Tapsoba. Scored an own goal against them, or for them, when Leverkusen played against them just a couple of weekends ago, and now he scored and got a yellow card. His teammates were very happy for him. Very happy indeed. It's a dangerous moment for Leverkusen again. Just past the hour mark. It's Hasebe on the bench there. Hinteregger slams it through. And Radetzky stops it dead. And nearly let it go through his legs, but not quite. A lot to chase for Daichi Kamada. Peter Bosch looking very calm. He does like his team to play with attacking flair. For which he said the other day, yes, nobody says anything about it until we lose, and then they mention it. They don't mention it when we're winning games. Baumgartlinger also slipping a little on this pitch. The weather's not been the driest of late in this area of the Rhineland. Good steal from Wendell. Amiri. Blocked by Ndika. Bender will get there first. Bailey wasn't thinking along. Tuta's got in there in front of him. Durham. Referee played the ball, and that will mean game is stopped. And the ball will be returned to the side that were in possession when the referee was hit, as per the rules of the game this season. Fouled, apparently. Walder came on as a substitute in their last game. He'd been out after being suspended for picking up 5 yellow cards. Headed out and then poked away for a throw-in. Leverkusen will be the happier of the two at the moment because they are in front, 2-1. Frankfurt scored first, but Alario and Tapsoba have put the home side in the driving seat. Baumgartlinger puts the ball out. Ilzanko wanted a free kick. He thought he was fouled. Done by Dinobi. Tsuba got the ball off of him. Now Florian Wirtz today for Leverkusen. His knee has kept the wunderkind out. They're just being extra sure that's not going to be a problem. They rested him at the weekend as well. He should be back for their game against Union. Amiri, scorer of the wonder goal very recently. Moussa Diaby, scorer of the third goal even more recently. Made the right decision that time and puts Leverkusen back with a 2-goal lead where they like to be. Amiri just ripped through the Frankfurt defence all on his own. 1, 2, 3 players, and then shaped to shoot. But it was a dummy, and he laid it off to Moussa Diaby, who made no mistake and made it 3-1. Nadim Amiri proving that he can set goals up as well as score them. Looking like a tall order now for Frankfurt. They need to reply quickly, otherwise this game will get away from them. Durm. Silva. Dika was always going to have that ball. Frankfurt need to make some changes or some right decisions. Otherwise, after 5 consecutive years in the semi-finals or higher, they will find themselves being dumped out in the second round. So, as expected, a few substitutions. Dominic Kor coming on against his old side. 54 Bundesliga games, 3 assists and a goal. Played 6 times in the DFB-Pokal for Leverkusen, scoring once and assisting twice. Mame Touré is on for Eric Durm, who seemed to be more active in the second half than he was in the first, actually, to be fair. Fresh legs for Frankfurt. Can they pick up the Leverkusen players? Lario very nearly bounced kindly for him. So Kor on for Kamada. There's that run again from Amiri. Tar getting up to head that one away. Raymond Barkok replaced by Touré. Frankfurt may be thinking about their next game, which is a home game against a revitalised Schalke. After Matthew Hoppy's historic hat-trick, Schalke will be buoyed up. They'll have felt that they've broken the seal on how to win games. And Frankfurt will be, I'm sure, on their guard. Karen Demirbay wasn't amused by Sebastian Rohder's foul. Kept in. Rohder took that well. Good ball through, and that's a penalty, surely. Oh dear. Was it inside the box? If it's outside the box, it's a red card. If it was inside the box, it would have been a penalty and a yellow. I'm fairly sure that, well, they don't have the ability to look back at that on the video assistant referee, but we do. That's well seen by the referee. First contact was just outside the box. There's the foul. That means red cards for Jonathan Tah. So that might just play into the hands of Frankfurt now. A free kick right on the edge of the box. A chance to make it 3-2 with 15 minutes to play. They're still in it if they can get something out of this. Discussion about what to do with this. Dejected looking figure of Jonathan Tah makes his way down the tunnel to ignominy for this particular game. And Edin Krustic is there as well as everyone else, and Maybe the Austrian might fancy it from here. Nope. Hinteregger drives it straight into the wall. And now Leverkusen swarm out like a group of angry bees. They're a man down now, but they do have a 2-goal advantage. It wouldn't be the first time that 10 men have scored against 11 if they do get one. And as you can see, Alexander Dragovic is there waiting to come on and to protect this lead. They're taking off Lucas Ilario. Scored a penalty just before the half-hour mark that levelled it up, and he'll accept the consequences of Jonathan Tah's misdemeanor. He has to come off, he knows that, as Peter Bosch adds to the defence. So I'm expecting Leverkusen to park the bus for the next 15 minutes and see this win out. Will they be able to do it against Frankfurt? That is the big question. Just looking back over Jonathan Tah's career, that's the first straight red card he's ever had in the DFB-Pokal, and only the second one of his career. He's had a couple of double yellow dismissals. But only previously one red card. And that was against Bayern back in November 2019. Kostic didn't really hit that, but I think that's the sign of things to come. Amiri shaping to shoot and then laying it off to Diaby. He does the right thing, puts it across the direction that the goalkeeper's running in, leaving Kevin trapped really with nowhere to go. It's going to be a matter of chasing out there. That's a good run from Evan Ndika. Kostic. Oh, Radetzky came and then he went back again, and luckily, both for him and Andre Silva, it was offside, because Silva also missed his shot. Just about. What I think is quite interesting is being used to seeing video assistant referees getting involved. I almost kind of missed them in these early rounds of the DFB Pokal. You can discuss that amongst yourselves as well, as to whether or not you feel the same. But they certainly have had a few close calls today. Another substitution to coming off. And Timothy Chandler, fresh legs on for this. Kostic delivers, the header is good, and it's away as far as Warder. Kostic again. Frankfurt trying to benefit from the power play that they've got. A man advantage. Touré Dragovic. Suba couldn't get a shot on, and now Diaby gets a chance to use that speed of his, and he's got a lot of it. Chances on now. Moussa Diaby. Blocked shot from him. Very well timed, Almami Touré. Should he have laid that off? Narrowed the angle on himself. Always more difficult, but Leverkusen will be relying on that sort of thing now. Not committing everybody up front for the corners. They've scored twice from corners in the cup so far this season. In just their first game, they got 2. 5 in the Bundesliga. Amiri canters in to deliver. Bailey and Chandler. Dominic Court with the challenge. Another substitution. This is a big moment for Leverkusen, the return of the captain. Charles Aranguis is going to come on for Nadim Amiri. His nice little run there, setting up the 3rd goal of the game. And after a long winter with an Achilles problem, Charles Aranguis, who I wasn't expecting to see today, comes on. He's letting Lars Bender keep the armband for now. Frankfurt mustn't make the mistake of thinking that with the man advantage, Leverkusen are not going to come forward. That's not the way that Leverkusen play. Tapsoba's ball. And Dick has had not a bad game today. A few very important tackles, interceptions. But 9 minutes to find 2 goals. Radetsky kicks long. Shouts of out, out, out from the defence. First time ball from Aranguis. What a bolster he'll be for the Leverkusen side. So let's hope that wasn't on his Achilles. He looks up. No. Back of the calf. It's at the knee. Everybody very intent on asking him how he's doing. The referee's going to give a yellow card here. Who's he going to give it to? I think it's going to go to... He said it's nothing. I'm really sorry, but that was nothing. Well, the referee saw it as time wasting. And it's a yellow card for Lars Bender. He's had a couple in the Bundesliga. It's his first one in 2 games in the cup this season. Cute from Bailey. Less cute there from Court. Slip from Eelzanker, but Ndika's there. No Alario now that he's had to go off. They must move forward now, otherwise that's it for the Cup for this year. Really, against 10 men, you may as well lose 4-1. And not try. If they throw themselves forwards, yes, they might get caught, but they might also get themselves back in the game. Push it to extra time, and then penalties. Extra time with a man advantage would suit Frankfurt. Oh, good fast passing. Now the chance. Here's Hrustic. He's got a shooting chance and he's blown it over the top. And that was the moment for Frankfurt to get back in the game. He did everything right, apart from pulling the trigger and leaning back. That should have been 3-2. And then we might have had a grandstand last 5 minutes. Sometimes it's all about taking opportunities. Chandler got up well. Diaby wants the ball. He was onside. Now then, chance for a second one. Moussa Diaby, the acceleration's brilliant. The finish is less than brilliant, but it's effective. Trap got a glove to it, but not enough to stop the 4-1. Going in, the fourth goal of the game for Leverkusen. They're rocking all over the world. Well, they're certainly rocking all over Frankfurt right now. 10 men extend their lead against 11. Frankfurt got caught just as I said they might do. Trap, little unlucky not to have turned that one aside. Got a glove on it, but Diaby made sure that that one was going home. He scored 2 last season in the Cup. And he's got a couple today as well. And that's it. Adi Hutu will be packing the suitcases and getting ready to make the not too far journey back to Frankfurt this evening. Touré, it's a good ball. Hrustic, nobody there. Not a textbook throw there from Wendell. Substitution is going to be made. Tien Jedvaj is going to come on, another defender. So Lars Bender comes off, and it's always good to make sure that they don't pick up any unnecessary injuries, the Bender twins, because they do put themselves in the eye of the storm. Tien Jedvaj comes on, and he's not seen much action. 1 game against Hertha in the Bundesliga this season so far. That's it, apart from the Europa League. Again, just buoying up the defence. There is no way back for Frankfurt from here. I'm not sure that the referee will add too much on at the end of this game. Thoroughly convincing victory in the end from Leverkusen. They even scored with one man less. A breakaway from Moussa Diaby, and he might as well have another go here if he can. That one's in behind Bailey, who's not got himself on the score sheet today, but he won't mind. Jonathan Tah had to make a tackle. Took one for the team. Now Diaby is well offside at the moment. He'll have to wait, but Bailey can get through if he can get there first. No, he couldn't. Very nearly did, though. Another worrying moment for Kevin Trapp. Rustic. 4 minutes of time added on. Well, anything could happen. But it needs a bit of a miracle, really, for Frankfurt to come back from here. Court. Well, that's almost sat up beautifully for Frankfurt, but it's one of those nights for them. Silva couldn't get his toe on the end of it. He's worked very hard this evening, Andre Silva. And if Luka Jovic returns, will he be able to play alongside him? That remains to be seen. I must admit, I got my Jovic's and Rebic's mixed up earlier on, along with Milan's and Madrid's, so apologies. Chandler's ball gets it back. Chandler tried the first time cross. It might have come up nicely for Rustic. Through everyone. Suba, the angle is too narrow. Needs to chop it back. Roda. Well, they're queuing up. Somebody needs to take a shot. And in the end, Chandler was the man. But Radetsky was in the way. Rustic. Keeper's ball. Zanka's on the floor. Diaby chasing it, and Trapp not taking any chances with it. So Diaby close to a hat-trick. Well, if you come back on Saturday, that one will probably be coming back down. Going to bounce around in the higher seat numbers for a while. But you can afford those kind of efforts when you're 4-1 up. 2 minutes to play. 1 minute to play, in fact. No win in their last 3 Bundesliga games for Leverkusen. They've not lost in the second round at home in the Cup since 1990 against the other Bayer Erdingen. 1-0 loss on that occasion. Long ball for Bailey to chase. Referee will have another little look at his watch there. Count it down, count it off, count him out. Bayer Leverkusen go through to the next round to play Rot-Weiß Essen in the Stadion an der Hafenstraße. A convincing win for Peter Bosch's side.